We are live. And let's see who we can get in here today. Oops. Boo. How you doing, John? All right. Let's see if everybody read the pen and come on up here. Hey, Backlash, what's going on? What's up? Hey, John, if he does show up, no, I'm going to have tea with me. Come on now. Daniel, that's why you got to get out and scout. But yeah, you got to have the teal. I didn't say you could. It's all you need to hunt teal. Didn't say anything about shooting them. I just said this is what you need to hunt them. Thanks a lot, John. I appreciate that. Oh, it was really funny though. As I was putting this video together, I decided to do a premiere on it. All right, local. As I was doing this premiere, Big Daddy Duck Master. As I was putting it together, I decided to do a premiere, so I was getting all that done. And as soon as I got it done and got it all set up, I got a message on one of my previous videos, and the guy was asking, "Hey, could you give us some tips on teal hunting?" I sent him a message back and said, "Show up Monday night." Now I don't know if he did or not, but I'll be here at 8 o'clock. Show up. So see, how you doing? Looks like everybody's coming over. I appreciate it. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up if you would, please. I got to, I don't know if I can do it on this. Dalton, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? I appreciate that. Let's see if I can do something here real quick. I appreciate that, local. Any of my moderators in here? I know Cecilia's one. I don't know who else is in here. If y'all want to, go ahead, please, and put up some channels. Go ahead and just do that for me. I'd appreciate it. I am trying to see if I can get something done here on a. I don't think I can while it's running. We'll see. Appreciate that, John. No, I can't do it. That's pretty cool. I haven't done TikTok yet. I've been working on my Instagram. I haven't been working on TikTok yet. Uh-oh. Backlash is back in here. All right, cool. But yeah, I haven't even tried TikTok. I'm still, I don't know yet. Squirrel Magnet, how you doing? Yeah, I need to get up. Got a hold of a young man the other day, and I don't know if he's going to come in here or not. He might be hiding in here, but I got to get up with him. I don't have the brains to operate TikTok. I'm not sure I do. I just don't want to do. Most of TikTok is silly shorts. And hey, Jody, what's going on? Appreciate you coming in and singing the song. When I look at TikTok, I mean, I just see these little silly things, and although I could probably be silly from time to time, I don't want to do that. So if you duck hunt in here, if you're in here and you duck hunt, raise your hand. Give me a thumbs up if you duck hunt in here, because I have a question for y'all. Let's see how many duck hunters I got in here today. You just got 10-minute videos. Greenhead Outdoors, how you doing? Pondy, okay. Daniel, okay. Because my question is in your crew that y'all hunt with, Dalton, I know you do, but your crew that y'all hunt with, are they active with you on the off season, getting stuff done, getting boat blinds or rigging decoys, or do they wait for opening day, the night before opening day, and give you a call and say, hey, let's get together tomorrow? Bank no bunch. Which one do I got in here today? This Jay or Jake? No problem, Georgia. We do stuff year. See, I do that too. I mean, I do stuff year round. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Local. I've got guys who want to go hunt with me on opening day, and I never see them. I never see them. I mean, I'm not saying all of them, because I do got some great guys that I hunt with now, Ben and Andy. Just talked to John. Jay, I'm assuming this is Jay. So I need you to text me his phone number. I don't think I have it. I need to talk to him. But yeah, I used to have a lot of guys. I mean, they'd call me up the day before. The day before. I mean, the day before. Hey, you going to hunting in the morning? It's like they don't know if you win the lot exactly. If any of y'all have been following me for any length of time, a couple of years ago, I went out to Kentucky to hunt with the Binknell bunch during their early duck season. And prior to that, I was out there turkey hunting, and I met a young man. I say young man, he's younger than me a little bit, and he was a veteran. And anyway, last Tuesday he took his life. I do not have all of the details. I just don't have them all. But he took his life last Tuesday. And I'm just bringing up a point that, we spent a long time overseas in a war. And there's a lot of guys out here that have got PTSD. They're having a hard time coping. They may have injuries, not just mental, but even physical. And, so if you know guys like that, don't take it for granted. Contact them, call them, talk to them. I talk to him. I'm not saying every day, but I talk to him once a month. I had no idea that he was having issues. So just keep that in the back of your head. But I hunted with him last September. Yeah. And I was with him when he shot his actual first duck. I called in his first ducks. I was with him when he shot his first ducks. And I did a video, and this video's out there. It's one of my Kentucky hunts. Actually, I did 2 videos with him. And but I was with him when he shot his first ducks. Jay, I'm just going to ask you, do you see an issue that I show a picture of him and mention his name? Let me know. You can either say it you can either text it to me or say it in open chat. Just let me know. But Jay just sent me a picture. He was a very interesting fella too. Okay. James Higgins. That's him right there. And like I said, I was with him when he shot his first duck. I was with him when he shot his second duck. I was with him when he shot his third and fourth duck. And anyway, just keep the family in prayer. I appreciate it. But also keep the rest of the veterans. And I mean, there's a lot of first responders that have issues as well. So keep them all in prayer. Yeah, he can be a trigger. He was an awesome guy, and he will be missed. You're right, Jay. I know guys that get triggered. There's a certain smell. a certain smell. I know one guy that every time he drives by a dump, like a landfill, and y'all know that landfill smell, that'll get him, and he actually starts getting nervous until he gets through it and can get out of there. I know guys that they can't be in large crowds. They'll go into like Walmart or Sam's Warehouse, places like that, and they get overwhelmed with all the people that are around them. They got to get out of there. You're right, Pondy. But so I hope that the video that y'all watch, if y'all watch the premiere, that it opened up some questions that you may have, some other questions that you might want to ask. So I decided that after the premiere that I was going to open the floor up for questions. If you had any more questions, because we got teal season that starts in 44 days. At least here in South Carolina. It may open up a little sooner some other places. But regardless, in about a month and a half to maximum 2 months, we're going to be shooting ducks again. So, and also, if there is a channel in here, y'all have any questions about the channels, let me know. Any of the channels. Are we talking ducks? I want to get back and talk ducks. Like I said, any questions anybody's got about the upcoming teal season, what to look for, what not to look for. I'm getting word. What is my favorite teal decoy brand? I'm going to tell you my favorite decoy brand, period, right now, hands down, is Lifetime. Lifetime decoys. I have completely switched over. The only plastics that I have left, Greenhead, is I have all my divers are all plastic, and I got 4 goose decoys and they're plastic. But I have gotten rid of everything else. I got some handful of wood ducks and maybe some coots that are still plastic. That's just because Lifetime don't make those yet. But if they ever start making other stuff, I'm going straight over to them. Thoughts of letting them land and spread and then shoot or pass shooting. M2, if Big J, they got you got a bunch of them. You saw some wood ducks that just jumped out of the nest. Thoughts of letting them land and spread and then pass shooting. Then shoot or pass shoot. I'm going to read the ducks on that. Hey, John. So if those ducks want to land, if they're going to land in the decoys, I'm going to smack them. I'm going to smack them right then and there as quickly as I can. Get them on the water, hit them with one volley going straight across them. And because teal like to bounce straight up when they come off the water. And then we're just going to give them another raking across and try to get as many as we can. Now, if all they're doing is flying by and not wanting to commit to the decoys for whatever reason, then, of course, we'll pass shoot them. But I would rather have them hit the water, rake across the top. When they bounce up, rake across the center. Do I put up any nesting boxes? I do have some nesting boxes put up that are mine personal. They're on some private land over in being local. Being that you're from South Carolina, you'll know they're over in the King Street area. We do not hunt that place. It's a family pond, but I have some boxes there that we take care of, and then every year right after the duck season, I load the boat up with cedar chips, and I go to the nesting boxes that are around the swamp, and I start cleaning them out and putting new cedar chips in. Any that I found that haven't been done yet. Hey, I ain't got no problem with smacking them on the water. I ain't got a problem smacking them on the water. Any of them. If they fly in, decoy in, swim in, or pass shoot, I'm after them. I'm not a, I prefer them. Mallards doing this, looking like trash bags coming in. But if they're not going to do it, I'm going to get on them as quick as I can. Foul Wings Outdoors. Have you ever hunted coastal marsh for teal? Yes. How you doing? Is this the first time you've been in here? Foul Wings. You have a channel? I'm assuming you do, and just because of your name, I'm gonna write that down. Where are you out of, Foul Wings? I have hunted off the coast. As a matter of fact, I'm getting my stuff ready. We're going to be primarily hunting this year. I may have 1 or 2 days on the lake. Watching your channel a lot. Just started a new channel. Okay. What was your old? You had so you had an older channel. But we're going to be primarily hunting the coast this year for teal. Starting to see some reports. Southeastern North Carolina. Triple R, how you doing? Missouri Outlaw, how you doing? All right, and I'm assuming we're talking teal tonight, M2. I'm going to look for shallow water and a lot of vegetation. And the vegetation can be varied when it comes to teal. It could be if the water is as far as teal goes, I want as shallow as I can get. Okay. I'm serious. I want it as shallow as I can get. Because the teal love to dig around in the mud, and they don't like to dip a lot. So they just like to walk across the mud, but looking for vegetation. It could be lily pads. It could be grasses. It could be hydrilla type grasses. I'm just looking for open areas, open marshy areas, wide open. A scattering of trees, that's okay, but you want it wide open. Do I prefer hunting in the swamp or out on the boat? When it comes to regular ducks, local, I am a tree hugger, man. I love to hunt. I love to hug a tree. I love to hug a tree. I just love it. But I do have a boat blind, and I will hunt out of it if need be. When I get my gear together here next month, and I start I'll put my blind on the boat mid-August, and it'll stay on there until mid-February. Yeah, the Waccamaw River is really low. I crossed it the other day. But M2, I'm looking for, as far when it comes to blue wing teal, I am looking for open areas, mud flats. So if you got a lake near you, the water is really low, you know, on the edges, right on the edges, they're going to love that mud. They'll get in there and go after just about anything. Yeah, I'd rather hunt the swamps too, local, to be truthful. You know, Santee, PD, wherever I can get, I would rather be out of the boat. I like to pull the boat up, dump my stuff, and hug a tree. That's what I enjoy the most. They seem to fly a little lower. Yeah. Yep. My number one thing I can tell you, M2, is you don't need a lot of heavy shot. You really don't. Sixes, you know, I think they make steel 8s. I know they make steel 7s, and they make steel 6s, of course. For those little teal, 2 3/4, open bore, you know, get you an improved cylinder. Get you a handful of decoys. Like I said, if you got teal decoys, that's great. If you don't, just use your mallard hen decoys. I can't tell you how many times that I've done that. That I have. Yeah, you bought steel 7 for the 12. Okay. But I can't tell you how many times that I've you know, and if you look at my spread, my old spread, when I had a lot of plastics, I bunch my decoys up into one pod right there. And I want it, you know, depending on the wind, how the wind is set up. But, and I'm trying to look for a cross breeze, you know. I prefer a wind coming from a right to left, but if not, you know, left to right will be fine. And I just kind of push them over, not necessarily in front of the blind, you know. So if you got the blind right here, you know, I'm going to put decoys over here. That way, when they come in, when they get right there, you're shooting them, and they're going to land. They're going to land right into the decoys. So, you know, keep that in mind. They're going to land. They're going to sit down right there. They have a sale on early season teal. Yep. Now, lifetime decoys do make early season hen pack, is what they call it. I mean, they're 6 for $99. They're expensive, but they're going to last you. I mean, seriously, they're going to last you. You can't sink them, and I can't tell you how many times that I've had teal hit the decoys, and we sunk half the decoys. You know, we sunk them. So I would rather have something that's going to be able to take the shot and still float, rather than, because by the time, you know, you get if you got 2 to 3 good flocks that come into your decoys, you're going to have to buy new decoys. Yeah, they're is what I greenhead, what I call them. They're young and dumb, and they're gonna decoy readily. They're easy to call. They're easy to call in. They are they're gullible. I put out as many spinning wings as I got. I really do. And that's usually the only time I put out spinning wings. Some of the guys that may be in here that have hunted with me, that may be hiding in here, I mean, I literally will put 5 or 6 spinning wings out. I don't care. I just put them out. That's the only time I use them is during early teal. Green wings will work too, M2. They will work. Don't think they won't. I got and that one dove spinner will work. Trust me, it'll work. Herb, back to see that dove spinner will work. Believe it or not, it was funny because last what was it? When I was hunting in Kentucky with Jay, I accidentally left my dove spinner at home, and we were shooting doves, and I put my teal spinners on my dove tree and on the ground, and we shot doves using teal spinners. Foul wings, I do them both. I will put some up. I got a 12-foot mojo pole. I'll put one high, and then I've got some that I've made that are a little bit lower. Then I've got some that are, kind of close to the water. I kind of vary them when I can. And again, that kind of also depends on what kind of water I'm in. If I'm in coastal water, which is going to be a rising tide, you can't put one down low because the tide's going to come up and it's going to take it away. So you may want to just, put one up as high as you can. And then as the water rises, but and I have shot teal and I'm not saying fairly deep water, but I've shot teal in 3 to 4 foot of water before. They prefer shallower, but we had a lot of water that year, and there was an area they were going to, and so there was that. I will say that last year was the first year in many years that we just didn't see the teal where I normally hunt them. And that's why I'm traveling this year to shoot teal. I appreciate that, M2. What's up, Kyle? Dark 30 Outdoors. But that's when it comes to teal. Now, if is my boat bling store bought, or is my boat bling What are you talking about, buddy? Oh, my blind. Okay. Yo, it's store bought. It's an Avery pop up, and it's about worn out. I need to get a new one. It's worn out, dude. I've cut on it and added pieces, and it needs to be thrown away and a new one. Yeah, I've seen some of those guys that do that. I've always wondered. I mean, I've heard of guys doing that. I should say, not seen them, but I've heard of guys doing that. Um, I mean, they do have floating mojos, and you can get them in the hens. I don't see why they wouldn't work as well. Foul wings, as much as I like trying to build stuff, um, I just, um, you know, why reinvent the wheel, so to speak? Um, there is some satisfaction in building your own blind and whatnot on your boats. Um, and they all work. And M2 yeah, I saw that. I saw the one that you built, and I think it'll work. Just make sure you're covered up. Make sure everything's covered up. And even then, because generally a boat blind is kind of boxy, you need to break it up with. If you ever seen my blind, I weave Spanish moss in and out of that thing all the time. Every year, I'm going to get new Spanish moss and weaving it in. When I hunt out of it, sometimes I'll cut limbs and just kind of stick them in the water and just kind of break things up in front of me. I don't really worry too much during the early teal season. Again, they're kind of gullible, but I'm gonna put something in front of me, a couple of limbs or something, just to break up the boxiness of a blind. No, I think it'll work. But getting back to what Local was saying, even though I got a boat blind, even though I can hunt out of it, even though I do hunt out of it when I have to, I love hugging trees. I like getting out of the boat, stashing that boat up somewhere, and and then hunting. Yeah, it's the only reason I have one M2 is our water fluctuates a lot. This happened to me a couple years ago. I had a perfect little hole. I mean, it was absolutely perfect. The water depth was absolutely perfect. And I had scouted it about 2 weeks prior to the season, and I couldn't get back to scout it again because of work. So when we went in there, I went from literally 8 inches of water to 6 feet of water in 2 weeks. And I had no choice but to hunt out of the blind. Are you in North Carolina or South Carolina, foul wings? What did you see the most around where you hunt green wings? Greenhead, September. We're gonna see blue wings. We may see a spattering of green wings during the early season, but mostly we're gonna see blue wing teal. As the season progresses and the blue wings start to move out, we'll see the other ducks come in, and the little green wings will come in. But it was like 5 or 6 years ago. It was mid-January, and we were shooting blue wing and green wing teal, and it was mid-January. So, well, I appreciate that, foul wings. I'm glad you do like the channel. You want to go to Georgetown? I know a few spots in Georgetown, but I'm actually going to be heading your way this year. Really? Have you even during the early I know Arkansas has an early teal season. Y'all don't get blue wings? Like I said, last year was the first year I didn't even see any blue wing teal. Didn't even. I mean, I saw summer duck or wood ducks. Of course, we can't shoot them during that time of year, but I saw them everywhere. But I mean, as far as a teal went, all right, M2, I appreciate it, buddy. Hurry back if you can. I understand you got to get the kids off, but if you get back, I'll be on here for a little bit longer. Yep, if you haven't already, guys, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. I surely would appreciate it. Well, you'll know. Greenhead, you'll know if they're blue wing or green wing because once they turn, those blue wing teal, you can pick out that pale blue patch on their wings. North Carolina can hunt 30 minutes to sunrise, and South Carolina still make you to wait to sunrise. For early season teal, yes, and it drives me crazy. Kyle, I watched that was it earlier today or yesterday, whenever it was. Yeah, I had to stop too. I couldn't. It's 4 hours, bro. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't watch it all. I just wish that South Carolina would, during our early teal season, would do like Tennessee, Kentucky, and Florida. And you don't have to give it and let us shoot summer ducks or wood ducks. I don't need 3 summer ducks and during early teal season. Give me 2. Give me 2 summer ducks and I can round it out with 4 teal. I'm not saying you can't shoot a limit. I have shot a limit of teal here before, but at sunrise, you have already your flight's just about over with because those teal they're gonna fly early unless somebody's pushing them up. And if there's nobody out there pushing them around, they're gonna sit right where they're at. But I think teal are my absolute favorite to hunt. That early season, it's just something about it. It's it's not freezing cold. I can fish if I want to afterwards. A lot when I'm hunting close to home for teal, A lot of times I'll leave earlier, and I'll put out a few crawfish traps around the area, and then I'll go get set up for teal. And then when I'm finished teal hunting, I'll go back and see if I've caught any crawfish. And if I've got any crawfish, they go in the bucket. And then I've, maybe do a little fishing afterwards. 5 a.m. comes early, got to hit the sack. Enjoy talking. All right, Foul Wings, you take care of yourself, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for me. Let's see here. What else we got going on? Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired myself. It was a long day for me. Got home and ended up cutting the grass real quick. Local life. We got to get together, buddy. You got to give me a holler, man. We got to get together. Get out here and go shoot us a duck or something. I want to get with you and catch some of them brim. Good Lord, y'all catching the brim. If y'all don't have Local Life Outdoors, y'all need to pick him up. That boy can catch a fish. They are tearing the brim up. I don't know if you can get my fat butt in one of them Warrior boats, but I'll try. Oh, I'm starting to get more and more excited every day. It's right around the corner. I got to rig up a dozen more decoys and get my blind on the boat. We're ready. We will be ready. I got my guns all cleaned up. Got new bullets. I am ready. Let's see here. Any more questions out tonight? We got 13 people in the house. You just got your ammo in from Boss? Cool. What'd you get, Daniel? Had a really good friend of mine, Andy. He Smoking Barrels Outdoors. He ordered some today. So his should be coming in probably one day, probably by the end of the week. They're pretty good at getting their stuff shipped out. Speaking of, has anyone seen? I want this gun, guys. I want this gun bad. I just don't know how I'm going to afford it. I need to get some serious view time and serious super chats. I ain't going to lie to you. I want this gun seriously. Brownie has now come out with the Sweet 16 in the Wicked Wings edition. And I want that gun bad. That is a beautiful, that's probably one of the prettiest guns I have ever seen. And I was showing it to my wife in the catalog the other day in the magazine. And I'm trying to figure out what I got to do. I may have to go start dancing on somewhere. I don't know. uh, I just need to figure out a way to earn this money so I can get it. But that is a beautiful, beautiful gun. You got 12 gauge 2 3/4 fives and 3-inch fives. You want a pattern test? Okay. Well, I'd like to know how they pattern test, Daniel. Seriously. When I was growing up, we could still shoot lead, and our preferred shot was 2 3/4 number fives in lead. And if we couldn't find the number fives, believe it or not, it was a 2 3/4 baby Magnum 7.5 high brass from Winchester Western. And there was a Super X. And I patterned my 16 gauge with the fives. And I got pretty much the same results that I got with, as far as patterning with lead. And I'm telling you, I think you'll probably end up sticking with the 2 3/4 fives. Less recoil, you're still getting the damage done. Like I said on Boss a while back, you're either gonna you pull the trigger, two things are gonna happen. You're gonna kill him dead, or you're gonna flat out miss. You fish many times after duck hunting to make you sleep better that night. Yeah, it will. Yeah, I'll be I usually, during the teal season, I normally carry a little rod, a little small tackle box, and I'll go bump the trees a little bit. It was funny last year, local. Me and some friends, we came upon this an old, very old oxbow lake this year, and even with the water low, there was an area that was fairly deep. And I can't tell you how many times I swore I wanted to bring back a brim buster and put a jig on it and just go around and bump those trees for crappie. I'll give you a call sometime this week. I got your number. Okay, man. Yeah, do that. Yo, Amanda, what's happening? I shot the 3 to 5 blend last year, 2 3/4. They worked great when I patterned them, but I couldn't get any more by mid-season. Daniel, that's what Andy ordered. He ordered it. I believe it was a 2 3/4 3s and 5. I personally don't think you need it. Personally, I think you can just stick with one, a number 5, and you're good. But I guess if you've got some geese in your area, the 3s will help you out a little bit better. Doing good, Amanda. I just haven't. I mean, I know that they do make the 3s and 5s in the 16 gauge. I'm not saying they won't work. I'm not saying that at all. I just think with copper plated bismuth that 5s will do the trick. And but I tell you what, Daniel, I've got 2 boxes of 7s in the copper plated bismuth from Boss. And if I don't shoot them all up during the teal season, I'm going to take them in the swamp, because I'm gonna put the smack down on some wood ducks with them 7s. That gun is. Oh, you see the gun? You see the 16 gauge local? Bo, I'm telling you, I want that gun bad. I want it bad. Um, we had an awesome weekend, and I get me some new coffee. All right, cool. I want that gun bad. I don't know what I got to do to make the money to get it. I need either some serious super chats or serious views. Um, you know, I don't know what I got to do, but oh man. There's nothing wrong with a SX3, buddy. Nothing. My son's got one. He loves it. Um, you know, I've got two 16 gauges. I got the old I got the Browning's 16, not the sweet, but the 16 gauge standard with a full choke barrel. I've got a Remington 1100 16 gauge. I've got a Browning silver 12. I got a Benelli 12. I've got a side by side 12. I got a 20 1100. I even got an 870 in there. But I just love a 16 gauge, and I want that gun so bad. What's the price tag on that sucker? That price tag, manufactured, suggested retail, is $2,379, and I want that gun, dude. Good almighty. I looked at when they first came, when Browning first came back with the Sweet 16 a few years ago. I looked at it, and it was a beautiful gun. Don't get me wrong; had a high gloss finish on the barrel. The wood stocks, very high gloss finish. Beautiful, beautiful gun. But I want to take it duck hunting. I don't want to take it and go shoot doves or quail or pheasants. I want to take it duck hunting, and I just was not gonna buy a gun that I couldn't take duck hunting, you know. So and that's when the 16s were, $1,000. Those things were anywhere between 900 and 1,300, depending on where you went. And I just wasn't going to get it. But now they've come out with the Wicked Wings edition. It's got that bronze Cerakote on the barrel and on the receiver and the barrel, and it's got that camouflage composite stocks. It's got the 3 chokes. They're all extended choke tubes. Comes in a 26-inch barrel with extended choke tubes, which is going to push you, to 27 and a half to maybe 28 inches. Dude, I can just see ducks. I mean, I just stick the gun up in the air and shoot. They're going to fall. Let me ask you, local, did you ever have any troubles with your SX3 as far as the composite stocks getting gummy? That was the only problem that my son has ever had with that gun. I think what happened is he got some bug repellent on it. And when he got the bug repellent on it, it started eating the stocks up. We got that fixed. We got him some new stocks and whatnot, but that's the only trouble he's ever had with that gun. I don't even think I have the book in here, do I? I don't even have the book in here. I thought I did, but I guess I don't. Must be another room. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find that magazine real quick. I'll show you what it looks like. If you haven't, some of y'all may have not seen it yet. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, Junior M, I would appreciate it if you'd speak English. I do not understand Spanish. No offense. I mean, I know Taco Bell and burritos and stuff, but that's about it. I don't know if y'all can see that in the magazine or not. It is a beautiful, beautiful gun. He said hi from Mexico. Okay. Well, hi back. Just do me a favor, and if you could speak English or type English, I'd appreciate it. It has a magazine capacity of 4 shells. So, I mean, you got to put a plug in it for waterfowling. But if you want a turkey hunt with it, and you take the plug out and you hold 4 shells. 26-inch vent rib interchangeable choke tubes. Check it out. A 6-pound trigger pull. 6-pound trigger pull. Synthetic stocks. It's available in the mossy oak, shadowgrass, and the habitat. Yeah, I can't read none of it. I mean, I have a hard time when I go to a Mexican restaurant to order. I just tell them I want the pork that you wrap up in the tortilla thing, whatever that is. The metal finish is of course, the burnt bronze Cerakote. Overall length is 47 and 5. I believe that says 5/8. Total weight. Check this out, guys. Total weight, 6 pounds, 1 ounce. That is a lightweight gun. I mean, a lightweight gun. Vector DS choke tubes, modified, improved cylinder, and full. Andrew, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. Do I really, really need another one? Yes, I really, really, really need another one. Manufacturer sector retail price is $23.79 and 99 cents. I want this gun. I can't tell you how bad I want this gun. Whew. Oh, are you talking about the on the stocks? Local? Those new A5s. Yeah, that's the Wicked Wings. That's the Sweet 16, Andrew. The Sweet 16, Browning Sweet 16. They now just come out with it in the Wicked Wings. And yeah, I want one bad. I want one bad. I mean, I got this thing earmarked, dude. I mean, I have, Andrew. I saw it. I haven't put it in my hand yet, but I saw a picture of it. No, they'll never get lonely. Trust me, they will never get lonely. I open it up every day and I talk to them. Am I ready for dove season? I'm getting ready for teal season, Andrew. Dove is just a warm up for me. I'm ready for teal. I'm ready for that early season teal. Oh, y'all been slaying the redfish? I have, man. You know what? I have not even been fishing this year at all. None. Not one time have I gone. Either been busy at work or I've had other things going on that I just haven't had time. I just haven't had time. I wanted to go this week, and some things came up already, and I won't be able to go this week. I thought about going Sunday. Had everything ready to go, and weatherman pulled a hoodoo on me and said it was going to rain about every weatherman said it was going to rain in 15 minutes. I'd wait 15 minutes, there'd be no rain, then he'd come out with another warning. Y'all get a push of teal. Seems like teal didn't start showing up here to mid-October. I was talking to a guy earlier today, and he has just started to see teal move into the area. So I'm hoping. I know they're not going to stick around. I mean, we get one little bit of cold weather, just it could drop 5 degrees and those birds are going to be out. It could a bad storm could come through and those birds are gone. So I'm thinking this just right now is just the beginning. But I'm hoping some new birds will show up. And we had a hard time last year. Last September was hard. We had birds in the area, but they were all hemmed up on some private property, and they were not going to leave it. There was nobody shooting them, so there was no reason for them to leave. Yeah, we're starting to. I'm talking to a guy right now who's already starting to see them. He saw 2 small flocks today. That's why it's got me a little worried that they may push on through. Yeah, I have never seen them this early. I normally start seeing birds around about mid-August, and I've never seen them this early. Not here. I've never done it. There might be some other guys that have seen them, but I've never seen them come in this early. And last year, I was talking to guys up in Virginia, and they hadn't even seen any during the early season, and they started seeing them right as the tail end of the season. They started showing up. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, 44 days in the early teal here in South Carolina. So it opens up September 9th. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I mean, I don't think we need to open the season up any earlier. Yeah, we're the guy I was talking to. He's been seeing some birds, some geese flying around the area too. So um, we're definitely gonna set up for. We're gonna set up for both teal and geese. Yeah, you strip the stock. Yeah, the black. It's okay. Yeah, dude. Uh, I'm pretty sure you probably local. I'm pretty sure you probably know the guy, but you know Mr. Kelly in Darlington. I'm probably if you. I mean Darlington Gunwork. Yeah, if you. I'm pretty sure you know him. I believe it was his son-in-law, JM. He's the one that did it for us. And you know, Mr. Kelly died here recently, right? You got a Canada problem here, they're everywhere. Yeah. We got a lot of geese. I mean, we got a lot of local geese here. It's just trying to pattern where they're going to be at. Most of them are in a park or are sitting in somebody's parking lot or walking through the, right outside the sheriff's department. And my son sent me a picture of about 40 geese right there in Darling County Sheriff's Department. Let's see what time we got. Yes, you have fished a time or two this year. That's awesome, buddy. Yeah, last November we were hunting a wood duck hole, and we had a flock of them flying around us, and nobody had a goose call. And I tried calling them in with my mouth. I got them close. I got them close enough to try to maybe pass shoot them, but I was shooting a 20 gauge, with number fours. So, and we just didn't do it. That's no worries, Greenhead. Don't worry about it. How old's your pup now? I guess there's a huge lag tonight. 6 months old. I don't know if I can make it this year, Andrew. I've got I've actually had to cancel a bunch of hunts this year, out of state hunts because of the gas prices. I'm just being honest, and I'm going to be hunting up in North Carolina a lot this year. I got a buddy up there. We're getting ready to start doing some stuff, and he's going to be helping me out with the channel and all. So I'm going to be up there as often as I can. Yeah, actually, Daniel, I'm starting to see a bunch of doves. I was on my way home 3 days ago, and I don't know, I must have saw a flock of 50 getting out of a cut bean field. I haven't been to we got a little WMA right around the corner from where I live. I haven't been over there yet to look at it, but it's always got birds in it. But this little cut bean field, like I said, there's about 40 or maybe 50 birds in that flock. They were getting up, going to roost. You know him? Okay. Yeah, I'm coming up to North Carolina. I'll be up there this year quite a bit. I know I'm going to be up there opening day teal. Well, I'm definitely going to be up there opening day teal season for at least 2 days. And they're basically going to drive up there, jump out, hunt, go somewhere, sleep, hopefully, get back out, hunt again, and then come back. Maybe before, maybe 2 times before the season ends for teal, and then we're going to hit the y'all's early season in October. Y'all got 4 days, I believe. We're going to hit at least 2 of those days, and then I'll probably hunt South Carolina in November, just because we have a spot that we hunt every Thanksgiving Day. It's just, that's what we do. A bunch of us get together and hunt Thanksgiving Day together, and then come December, we're going to see what happens. Probably driving back and forth. But yeah, I'll see what I can do, Andrew. I know that I'm not going to be in my swamp a lot. I'm going to be other places this year. The birds just aren't going in the Santee like they used to, and I'm pretty much not going to mess with it. I mean, I may hit it a couple of times, for the nostalgia of it, but we're going to be on the, like I said, I got a guy he's pretty much is going to be helping me with my channel and trying to help that. And I got a guy that's going to be hunting with me. Hopefully he's going to be running the camera a little bit for me as an extra hand and running the cameras. We get some good. I want to get some really good stuff this year. Tanner Parker, how you doing? Yeah. Yes, they have changed, dude. I can tell you right now, there was a time, man, you go up in Santee Swamp. We didn't even shoot summer ducks when I was a kid. We just shot mallards. And that wasn't every day, but it was a lot of good hunting up there. Now, I mean, it was the last day of the season when we saw fairly decent flocks of mallards last year. And they just, and I'm quite sure that 90% of them were release birds, if not 100%. But Andrew, like I said, I'm gonna be up there, dude. You got me on Facebook, right, Andrew? You should have me. Shoot me a message one day. Ugly Dog, what's happening, bro? Oh yeah, and you know what's, and yeah, it's bad, but I wasn't there. I was alive then, but I was a very young kid. But I think it was like 1966, 1967. The mallard limit in Arkansas was 1. And guys from Arkansas would come here to shoot mallards. That's how good we had it. That's how good we had it. Guys would come here from Arkansas to shoot mallards, and they did it for years. They would travel here, and there were guides, and they would learn the swamps, and just like we learned the Biomeda and where the other places. But that was crazy, and now it's the opposite. We have a 2 mallard limit. A 2 mallard limit. Well, we got a lot of, there's a lot of reasons for the Atlantic. I could spend 2 more hours talking about that. Everything from people building, the breeding grounds are people are building on top of breeding grounds, and the nesting areas are gone, to no food, the Santee Cooper was pretty much the final stop for the Atlantic flyway mallard. It was the final stop. There was a few that went into Georgia and a few that went down further into Florida, but for the most part, Santee, the refuge, was the last stop for the mallard. And the food, they quit planting back then. That hurt. Nesting areas hurt. The reduction in nesting areas. Rice production, they quit. Of course, they quit growing rice in South Carolina a long time ago. And I personally believe that if South Carolina got back into rice production, I'm not saying we would be Arkansas, but we would start seeing a rebound, especially in South Carolina, if more farmers went to rice production. I wouldn't say they were overhunted, Andrew. It was just the lack of nesting area, crossovers. They would leave and cross over into the central and Mississippi and central flyways. The lack of food, is one of the big problems. I could sit here and talk about, duck impoundments all day long, the pros and cons of both of them. I'm not going to tell anybody that what they can do or what they can't do on their property, but a lot of ducks. I mean, there's just not the ducks in Santee. I mean, not the impoundments in Santee that's done this. It's the impoundments all up and down on all the flyways. And some people say, well, I'm not worried about a 2-acre pond. Well, I'm not worried about 1 2-acre pond. Well, I'm worried about thousands of 2-acre ponds up and down the flyway. And they, duck needs 3 things. He needs food, he needs water, and he needs rest. That's all he needs. That's all. That's it. That's it. As long as he's got food source, as long as he's got open water, and as long as he can get some rest, he ain't going nowhere. He's going to stay right where he's at. So, there's that, and I surely don't want to get into a debate on the pros and cons of private land, because if I had private land, I wouldn't make corn ponds, but if I had private land, I'd manage it for waterfowl. I would definitely I would do wet, moist soil environment, and manage it for waterfowl. But I don't have private. I wish I did. I mean, Andrew, you could blame market hunting back in the 1800s, but even then, the market hunters were not only on the Atlantic flyway, they were in the Mississippi and Central flyways as well, and it'd be trains full of ducks in barrels, headed to New York. Anti, what's going on, buddy? It's 5 mountains in Arkansas now. Oh, they went up 1. I'd love to get back to Arkansas, to be honest. I mean, I really do. But taking these trips, and with the gas prices they are now, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I'd love to be able to do it, but I just can't do it. Well, you've got a lot more mallards in the Central Flyway and Pacific Flyway by far, I think. But it's not that they're not going to Arkansas as much, is that there are huge corn ponds. I mean, you got Habitat Flats. You got other places that are flooding, growing corn and flooding it just for the waterfowl. And again, RCC, have a good one. These birds, like I said earlier, they need 3 things: food, water, rest. And as long as they've got open water, and they can get open water easy now by these ice eaters. And these ice eaters, they turn the water up, and then they'll open up a hole. Well, if there's an open hole, ducks are going to go there and get their drink of water. That's all they need. And then you got this huge masses of this properties that flooded in corn. You have plenty of food, and they don't hunt every day. Well, they'll hunt every day, but they don't hunt the same spot every day. So the birds get rest. So they got their food, they got their open water, they got their rest. There's just no need to go any further unless there's such a huge cold front that just freezes up everything regardless. And that's the only thing that's going to push the birds farther south. So, you know, them not going to Arkansas, I mean, they've been saying the same thing in Louisiana for years, that the birds aren't headed to Louisiana anymore. That's because the birds being short-stopped. They're being short-stopped further north where there's, you know, food, water, rest. I mean, it is that simple. I mean, you can sit there and talk to biologists all day long, but you can get it very simple. It's very, very simple. Food, water, rest. That's it. That's all they need. Are you talking about the guns or the shells? As far as the shells, I'm not seeing any price drops. And I've been, and this is what I'm wanting right now, I want that gun. I want this gun bad. What happened to the Flyway Federation guy from Louisiana? I haven't heard from him. I don't know how he could get bought out, unless, when you mean bought out, somebody paid him to keep his mouth shut. I'm just not hearing a lot from that crowd anymore, not like I used to several years ago. And I'm not gonna, you know, I don't know. I'm not friends with him. I don't talk to him that often. And I'm not seeing anything on their sites anymore. So I don't know. You done bought them all. You ought to send me one for a present there, Anti. If you bought them all, you need to send me one as a present. Someone bought him 1,000 acres in Missouri to shut up. Andrew, I have no idea, bro. I don't know. I'm not even going to say yes or no, unless somebody can show me something. Charles Holden, how are you doing today, sir? First time I've seen you in here. Welcome in. Let's see what he's got to say. Not just mounted diver on the coast of North Carolina on the sounds are down compared to years past. Lost food sources from sitting oyster beds and the sounds. Yes, sir. I agree with you 100%. 100%. And you're right. It's not just a mount. You know, Charles, a lot of times when duck hunters are talking ducks, I'm not a mallard purist. I love to shoot mallards, don't get me wrong, but I'm not a mallard purist. I like to shoot ducks, period. Doesn't matter. I like to shoot them all. But generally when people are talking ducks, they have a tendency to talk about mallards because, you know, they're the king. The mallard duck is why people buy duck calls. The mallard duck is why people buy most of their duck hunting stuff. So yeah, when you're talking about, you know, when you know, who wants to talk about an old summer duck? You know what I'm saying? You know, or a ringneck, you know, or a buffy head. You know, they just nobody, you know, I shot 6 bufflehead today. Well, good for you. You know, nobody wants to talk about it. You know, it doesn't make good. It don't make good videos, so to speak. But you know, the fact is, I like to shoot all ducks, and if I'm just shooting summer ducks or wood ducks, as most people call them, I'm happy with them because to me, they're the best eating duck out there to begin with. So, but you are 100% right. Food sources are down for all ducks. Habitat loss on the Atlantic Flyway. Local, appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much for stopping in. Give me a call. Shoot me a text first. I'm gonna be in the office next couple of days doing some training. So just kind of shoot me a text first, and I would appreciate it. But appreciate you coming in. You have a good evening. But Charles, we used to have a lot of divers here on our lakes here in Santee. When we had hydrilla, I mean, we were shooting, bluebills. We were shooting redheads. We were shooting canvasbacks. We had rafts and rafts and rafts of coots, and you have a healthy and ecosystem when you have a lot of coots. And it's just a fact of life. And because as well as I do, you have a large raft of coots, the mother ducks are going to bump into them. The gadwall going to get them. The widgeon are going to fly into them. And we had those ducks. It was crazy when we had hydrilla in the lake. We don't have any more hydrilla. They, put them daggum carp in there, and they done ate all the hydrilla. And when they ate all the hydrilla, the ringnecks left, the coots left, the ringnecks left, the bluebills, the canvasbacks, redheads, they all left. And I'm not saying you can't shoot one or two of them now, but not like you used to. They officially submitted a bill to 100% repeal the NFA, the National Firearm Act, I'm assuming. Yeah, I know. If that's what you're talking about, NFA, the Pittman-Robertson Act. Yeah. Yeah. And here we go again. They're going to repeal this bill, and we're going to lose funding for conservation efforts all across the United States. All across the United States, we're going to lose funding. And, conservation efforts, firearm ranges, public firearm ranges, hunter safety courses, all this stuff is going to go away because politicians, and I'm going to say it straight up, they are Republicans who are doing this. I'm a Republican, guys. I'll tell you straight up. They're doing it to reduce the taxes on the firearms and ammo sales, which, okay, I don't like paying those taxes either, but they're going to a good cause. And it's going to the cause of conservation. So there you go. Our politicians hard at work after countless numbers of people have told them, don't do this. I'm one of them. I got the email. My congressman said he was proud to support it. And I'm like, so how are we going to fund all these conservation programs? How are we going to do this now? Because now that money's gone. He says, well, we're going to take these taxes from these offshore drilling rigs and these leases. And I'm like, wait a minute. Isn't the current administration right now attempting to go green? So there will be no more offshore drilling. There will be no more offshore leases. So where are we going to get the money? Where are we going to get the money, guys? And, I put out a short video on it. I put out a longer video on it. Undoubtedly, nobody cares because, I've only got like 200 freaking views on it. So, I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, I don't know what to tell anybody now other than I'm just ticked off. And I don't trust any of the politicians anymore. And he comes around my house to ask for a vote, I'm going to tell him no. No. You tried to repeal this. Now I ain't going to have a place to hunt because you want to be an idiot. Because your buddy in Georgia, the congressman there, he owns a gun. See, he owns a gun store. The congressman that introduced this bill is the author of the bill. He owns a gun store in Georgia. That's the only reason he's doing this. Now, he can sit there and say it's our constitutional right, our Second Amendment right. I'm all for the Second Amendment. I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong. I am all for it. I think everybody over the age of 21 that hasn't committed a felony or got a mental problem should be strapped at all times. But that money was set aside in 1937, Pittman-Robertson Act, to ensure conservation programs all across the country. Don't quote me on this. And that's my disclaimer right now. Don't quote me on this. But somebody told me the other day that the state of Texas, now just one state, the state of Texas, gets over $75 billion a year. Now, don't quote me on that number because I may have misunderstood what he said. But they get this $75 billion a year from the Pittman-Robertson Act for conservation programs. Where are we going to get that kind of money off of a lease, off of an old rig lease? The taxes off of it. If we do get the taxes off of it, it's going to drive the oil back up. I mean, come on, guys. It don't take a rocket science to understand this. You know, well, what do you do? What do you do? You know, every November, that's what you do. Every November, you just call them up and say, hey, I'm sorry. I ain't doing it. Y'all done got me on a soapbox now. Let's see here. Well, I got 4 minutes left. I'm cutting this off at 10 o'clock. So if anybody's got any more questions, let me know now. We're going to cut this down at 10 o'clock. I do got to get up in the morning, go to work. But I will say at the end of this, and I've never asked this before, but I have had a couple people approach me and who like my channel. And I've got 4 people left in here, me. I got another computer running, so I got a couple people in here. But people have asked me, what can I do to help you out? What can I do to help your channel out? I will tell you, this is the easiest thing, don't cost you a dime, is share my videos out. Share them out on your social media. I mean, just go ahead and share my videos out. That's what you can do. It don't cost you a thing. You know, so if you see one of my videos, you can go down there, click share, and put it on your Facebook. That's the easiest. That's the easiest, and I get the views. I do have on my live streams. I do have, you know, the what do you call it? The little button you can push, send money. That's fine. I don't care. And you can, I got a PayPal account and Cash App and all that stuff. And, you know, to help support me, you know, that way I would always say I appreciate it. Hey, Laura, how you doing? I was about to ask if I need to pour a drink and get ready for a long live. That's up to you, Daniel. If y'all want to have a long live, I can do this. You know, I usually try to cut it off at 10 o'clock, but I got questions coming in. I'll keep answering them. but share the videos out. And you know, that also goes for all your other channels that you watch as well. You know, if you've got another favorite channel that you like to watch, you know, share their video. That is the easiest and most simplest way to help a YouTube content creator is sharing their stuff out. And of course, like Anti says, watch the videos all the way to the end. You know, you click off, because what happens after 30 seconds, if you click it off, then what happens is YouTube won't push my video out as hard as they're going to push it out, but they're not going to push it out as hard because I don't get any engagement. You know, and engagement is that thumbs up button, a comment, and you really don't have to comment. I mean, if you just put in the comment, 2 thumbs up, a thumb up, hey, that's engagement. That's all they care about. But if you really want to help my channel, and I mean really want to help it out, share out the videos, send them to your friends. Subscribers are nice. Don't get me wrong. I want more subscribers, but I also want the views, because when it boils right down to it, the more views, the more money I make on ads. And for some of y'all that think that YouTubers make a lot of money, there's like 1% that make a lot of money. Everybody else, they get paid about $100 about every 3 to 4 months. That's it. So views, so watch the view all the way, and then share them out. Comment on it. And hey, listen, I take criticism very, very well, guys. So if there's something you don't like, say it. Say it. I'm serious. Say it out loud. Your videos are too long. Don't like your intro. I'm trying to change things up all over the place, So, help me out by telling me, what y'all want to see and what y'all want to hear. All right. Any more questions? Quick. Nothing else. All right. Guys, number one, I appreciate the ones that are still here. Appreciate you when you saw the premiere. Go take a look at it again if you might have missed something. But it'll always be up there, so take a look at it again. And appreciate you coming over to the live stream afterwards. That helped me out a lot. So anyway, I'm fixing to call it a night. Y'all have a great evening, and we will see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365. Good night, everybody.